You bought a new Sony camera. It's a brand new Sony A7 III or any other Sony full frame, and now you're stuck with a shoestring budget to buy lenses. Relax, happens to the best of us. Today I'm gonna show you 3 best budget prime lenses you can start with, and trust me, they will get the job done most of the time. So before we go any further, please subscribe to my channel if you're into photography and filmmaking. And without further ado, let's dive in. The first in my list is the Sony 50mm 1.8 E-mount. Now it's a fully auto lens and the smallest in the lot. It's 1.8, the lens is sharp, and I mean you can't go any wrong with it, right? And yes, it's not Zeiss or GM, but you will get the shallow depth of field, and it's a must have for any cinematographer or photographer, and it comes at around 20,990 rupees. The next one is the Samyang 85mm Cine T1.5 manual lens. Okay, so it's the mighty 85mm, the best for portrait or creamy bokeh if you ask me. This lens is not an auto lens, but it's got a D-clicked aperture and a big focus ring which can fit any focus pulling options quite easily. But what I really love about this lens is how fast the lens is. The quality of the glass is tremendous at the price point, and it's got a robust build. If you compare it with any other 85mm for Sony, it's the cheapest one but not necessarily the bad among others. In fact, you get a boon in disguise. Suppose someday you think of getting a Sony cinema camera or any other cinema camera like Red, Arri, C500, Sony A7siii, anything. It can work surprisingly well, provided you have an E-mount for the camera system. Plus, being a manual lens, it can survive ages as it got no electronic parts in it. And it comes at around Rs 26,250. The last one is the Samyang 14mm manual f2.8 E-mount lens. If you're into real estate or you make travel films and you simply want super wide shots to accommodate everything, this lens is your best bet. I chose 14 over 16 and 18 as because I sometimes shoot in really small places where even 18 or 16 doesn't make the cut. The good news is it's not a fisheye, and the bad news, it has got a slight barrel distortion. This lens is prone to get dirty in its glass as it's quite big and you can't put any filter in its hood. If you ask me, this lens goes best with a gimbal, and from a photographer's point of view, it will give you a very different perspective and you will love it. This lens comes at around 20,175 rupees only. I must say you, this lens is not very sharp at all, but it will give you the perspective of 14mm, which looks very unique sometimes if you ask me. These all lenses are meant from Sony full frame cameras. But if you want to use them in your crop frame body also, you can. It will have an increased focal length factor when you put it. But if you follow closely, the 3 lenses I spoke about covers almost all of the focal length that you need to get started. Let me know which one you would like to buy first out of all 3, and watch my others video which I did with these lenses so to get a good idea about them. Till then, thank you for watching. See you guys in the next video.